Welcome back to another episode of Real Estate Stories. Your house stinks. So, everybody, we have Mason Greenblatt here. Welcome back, Mason.
Hey guys.
Mason and I were just talking, and we were talking about houses and what they smell like. It's kind of like, you know, uh, everything's important when you're selling a house. How the house presents, and we talk about how the house presents. How neat is it? How clean is it? Decluttering it, landscaping, all that kind of stuff comes into play. And Mason was showing a house recently, and he said, "Dad, how would you tell somebody that their house stinks?" And this was a house he was showing, so he doesn't know the seller. But I guess you're going to put it in the feedback, maybe that there was some
Yeah,
odors in the house. You word it properly, right?
yeah, strong pet odor or
Strong
something.
pet odor, right? So, like, people are sensitive to all kinds of stuff, and the sense of smell is a really big one, whether it's at the conscious or even the like subconscious level, and it kind of sends a message to people. So, like, even your house, Mason, like, you have two dogs, right? But you make sure that they're bathed and groomed regularly, and that your house is cleaned regularly, and it's not an issue,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know when one of those dogs used to live with us, same thing.
yeah,
And we miss him, but same thing. We kept him clean and kept our house clean, and it's really not an issue. But unfortunately, not everybody's like that. So there are ways to deal with this kind of stuff. But what are some examples of things that could smell in a bad way in a house? Right? We have pet odors are a big one, right? That could be a
yeah.
big one.
That's probably the biggest. But then you also have like this: if people smoke cigarettes in their house, the smell of smoke. You
That's very big.
and if
That could be bigger than pets, actually.
yeah, and
From
if they
yeah.
smoke for a long time, you could even see staining a lot of times on the ceiling, like a yellow. I've seen like a yellow discoloration if the ceilings are white, because they've smoked for years and years.
I was in a house yesterday, actually, on a listing appointment, and the bathroom ceiling and walls were all yellow, like tar yellow. And I just opened the door, I looked at it, and the seller said, "Yeah, my dad smoked in here all the time." I'm like, that was like his smoking room. So yeah, I didn't notice anything else in the rest of the house. There they are. I could hear them. I didn't notice anything else in the rest of the house. But yes, cigarettes, cigars, pipes, any kind of smoking, marijuana, all that stuff has a very strong smell. And with the wrong buyers, it's really bad.
Yeah,
Could be really bad, right?
yeah,
So there are food odors. That's a big one in a negative way. There's also good food odors, right? So, bad food or spicy foods, stuff like that. I've had lots of buyers over the years say, "What's that smell? And am I going to be able to get that out? It smells like cooking of some kind or spices from cooking." That could be a big one because people worry that those smells, pet odors, and all that won't get out. What else? What else could
I just have human smells, just like
human smells?
some people just smell. But the problem is though too, like you mentioned, like people that have dogs or people that smoke cigarettes, their nose becomes susceptible to it. Susceptible.
I'm not sure what you're saying.
Like when like if your house smells like pets, but you've lived in that house for the last 10 years, you don't your nose is already adapted.
Oh,
You don't
oh, it
realize.
doesn't even matter. Yeah, like you
Yeah.
don't smell it anymore.
So
Yeah.
that's the problem, like with the human smells too. Like people sometimes smell, but they don't realize because it's
Yeah.
them.
Let's be honest. Like body odor is a real thing, right?
Yeah.
The cleanliness of a house is connected to that, and cleanliness of humans, and everybody's different. We're certainly not judging anybody, but these things are noticed by buyers when they tour the house,
Yeah.
right? They just, I've had that happen. I've experienced it. So that clean, I always tell people, like, clean and neat goes a really long way. You don't have to have a brand new kitchen or brand new bathrooms or just brand new flooring to sell a house. But if it's decluttered and neat and clean and it doesn't smell bad, it goes a very long way with
Yeah.
people. Yeah. Um, Creates allergies, right? You said actually from after showing that house recently that you're feeling that it could have triggered some allergies in that house.
Yeah.
Maybe there were cats, right? You could, I don't know if you're allergic to cats or not, but maybe you are. Cat litter boxes can often smell too,
Yeah.
you know?
Very strong. Or
Yeah.
cat urine, just in general.
Yeah. So, the old adage is, hey, bake some bread or bake some cookies right before the showing or right before an open house. Not a bad idea. Kind of gets people hungry, but it's, the smell of fresh baked bread or fresh baked cookies is good. Some people talk about lighting candles. Sometimes that's good. I would not leave the candles burning for a showing. That's a really important tip here, guys.
Air fresheners are a good one too.
Yeah, but don't overdo it. Like those people, like those plug-in air fresheners. I always suggest, I say, hey, if we have to remove some odors, maybe not bad. But you know what happens there? A lot of people will say, oh, that smells like, some kind of air fresheners. Or you look down and you see them plugged in. And then a lot of buyers will say, well, what are they hiding?
Yep. Yeah.
So the best item that I can recommend for anybody watching this video, I think I may have told you about this along the way.
Odoban.
Anyway, what?
Odoban.
Odoban.
Yeah.
Odoban. Odoban is a great air freshener because what it does is it doesn't leave an odor behind. Odoban. Odoban, and they sell it at the big box retailers now. They didn't always. And it works at the enzymatic level. So when you spray that around in a house, it neutralizes everything rather than make it smell flowery or piney or all the different scents that they have for that kind of stuff. So in my experience, especially when you're dealing with severe odors, Odoban can work really, really well at neutralizing everything. So there's your tip.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so I hope you guys learned a lot from this. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. Please like this video, share this video. It really means a lot to us. If you are looking for an agent in Southern New Jersey, all our contact information is below. If you are looking for an agent anywhere, reach out to us anyway. We have a very powerful network of like-minded professionals. We appreciate you watching, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, guys.